Let's head on over to Allison Rogers. She has a look at the rain. I know it's been kind of gloomy out there, and there were a few times today I thought it was going to rain, and then it didn't. It's really been kind of hit or miss.
Yeah, hit or miss. If you were north of the loop or south of the loop, you saw the majority of our action so far. But here today, we do have more thunderstorms that are rolling through the area right now. In fact, I believe we do have just in a severe thunderstorm warning for Ripley County as well as portions of Dearborn County for until about 4:45. So that should populate here soon on our weather map. But for the most part, we are seeing sub-severe thunderstorms rolling through the area, with the addition, though, or with the exception of some intense thunderstorms for areas especially throughout southeastern Indiana right now. So at the moment, just north of Lawrenceburg, we've got some rainfall rolling through there. So far, just some rain, no thunder or lightning associated with this yet. That's going to start to roll its way into Harrison here fairly soon, over to the west side as well, just outside of Cleve, seeing some of those showers and thunderstorms moving through there. If I had to guess, again, I don't have the box here on my screen, but if I had to guess, this would be the storm that the National Weather Service decided to go ahead and issue as the severe thunderstorm warning, because there have been some signs that these storms have been on the strong side, producing winds at least of around 40 miles per hour. So it is very possible that now starting to see some indications that some of these storms are producing winds closer to about 60 or so miles per hour. As the storm travels closer to about 40 miles per hour, at least that's the speed with it, it is going to start to move into areas around Mount Sterling, closer to about 421 or so, and then moving into areas around Dillsboro Station, closer to 425, about 430 if you're over in Hartford or over toward Coalfield Corner too. Areas south of the river, also seeing some rain, some thunderstorms on the more intense side too, over toward Falmouth and Pendleton County, areas around Brooksville, just outside of Brooksville in northern Bracken County, seeing some heavy rainfall, possibly some small hail with this as well. That thunderstorm back out in southeastern Indiana too could be producing some small hail with it too. We also have some rainfall that's starting to work its way into Campbell County further north, closer to Alexandria, up a little bit closer to New Richmond, Ohio too, and then down toward Grants Lick. We also have some rainfall, some thunderstorms that are moving through there. Not surprised if we do have that severe thunderstorm warning issued, because we have a severe thunderstorm watch until 8 o'clock tonight. So we've kind of gone into today knowing that there could be the potential that some of these thunderstorms here this afternoon become strong enough that they end up getting warned. Throughout the remainder of the afternoon and this evening, rain is going to become more widespread, these thunderstorms becoming a little bit more numerous too. And any one of those storms still could bring in some briefly gusty winds around 40 miles per hour, perhaps as strong as 60 miles per hour. And once it hits that threshold, that's when the National Weather Service decides to go ahead and warn them. Thunderstorm chances start to fade a little bit more after 8 o'clock. That's when our watch also expires. Though I do think there is at least a chance for some additional rainfall here overnight tonight that should wrap up by tomorrow morning. And from there, tomorrow looks like a fairly dry day for us. Still holding on to at least a chance of seeing a shower developing Thursday evening, but I think for the most part tomorrow is looking to be one of our drier days as we move ahead into the holiday weekend. So by Friday morning, there will be some more showers, possibly some thunderstorms moving through the area. That's why Friday's an impact day. Saturday, temperatures are going to make it still into the low 80s as our cold front sweeps through, bringing us a pretty good chance of rainfall around here on Saturday, mostly in the evening time frame, wrapping up by Sunday morning. Sunday still looks like it's going to be a chilly day for us, with temperatures stuck in the 40s and in the 50s all day long. Guys?